What's up, everybody? Welcome. Instagram Lives are back. Here we go. Tonight I'm going to be here with Jorge Sariego from Boston One Realty Group. He's a broker and he's awesome. You're going to learn so much from him. Thank you, everyone who's joining. I'm going to have Jorge shortly here. Hey, Ramita. Hey, Sandra. What's up, Beauty by Boston? Just waiting for Jorge to join us. Give me 1 second here, okay? What's up, Alexa? There he is. See him. Jorge, the man, the myth, the legend. Here we go.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good, man. How you doing? How are
I'm good.
things?
You actually said my last name right. Holy shit.
Sariego.
You have no idea how to get that last name butchered up.
Oh, I bet. Same here, same here. Yeah, but makes us more unique and, another topic of conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How was your day, man?
So far, so good. Still working online.
Yeah, of course, of course. Hey, thanks for doing this. I think we have a lot to provide to our audiences here, so we'll cover with Jorge tonight a little bit about the current real estate market in Boston. He's going to talk to us about himself a little bit, and then we'll dive deeper into crypto and NFTs, which everyone wants to talk about. And here, I feel like that's what we hear about every day. So let's get right into it. Jorge, just introduce yourself, to my audience who doesn't know you. I know you're a broker, but yeah, tell us a little more.
Yeah, so my name's Jorge Sariego. I'm the broker owner of Boston One Realty Group. I've been in business for approximately 10 years. I opened up my brokerage back in 2018. So we're about to be hitting that 4-year mark soon. And
That's
yeah, no, basically I got in real estate because, I used to renovate so many properties, between 30, 35 properties for home investors. Everybody knows home investors as we buy ugly houses. So it just fun, after renovating so many properties, it just got to me. I was like, and one of the owners like, you're pretty good at sales. Why don't you just jump in and do real estate? I was like, you know what? Let me do it. Why not? It doesn't hurt. It's another license to have. The more licenses you have, the more you're worth.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically that, flipping properties for them, lead it up to flipping my own properties, to owning my own brokerage, and to be a full-time real estate broker now. Like, that's my passion. Like, I'm not in real estate for so much about the money. It's for the passion, the service we provide to clients, especially first-time homeowners. That's the best feeling when somebody, leaves from the rental market into home ownership, because you're building your wealth.
Absolutely.
Especially
Are you
generation.
doing any flippings?
Huh?
Are you still doing any flips?
Yeah, we're still doing flips. I got my last flip that we did. It's actually closing in 2 weeks. It's over Abington. That when first open house, and a couple of multiple offers went over asking, wrapped it up right away.
Nice. And the best thing is, a real estate agent or broker that that can sell it for you, right? Yourself.
Yeah, and, I tend to always put it like under one of the guys from the office as the listing agent too, just because don't want to. I personally don't show the property to myself.
Yeah.
When it's my own flip, it's somebody from the office.
I see. Do you have a specific region or market that you're focused on, or?
I normally do an hour radius from my office, so an hour radius from Beacon Hill.
Gotcha.
That's where I focus in Massachusetts, and then obviously I have my Rhode Island, my Connecticut, New York license. And I've done business in Rhode Island. I've done business in Connecticut. New York is my next market that I'm hitting, starting in 2022.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
So speaking about the Boston market, what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the fall and winter months? Because obviously it's changed quite a bit from 6 months ago.
It's funny. I was talking to Serge. Yeah, Serge. I was talking to Peter K. We were talking the past couple of days, and we spoke yesterday and today, and everybody's seeing the same market. Like if the properties look good and it's priced well, it's gonna go right away. It's it still is a seller's market. I don't buyers have a little bit of leeway, but not as much. Again, if the property is priced correctly and if it looks good, it's gonna fly right out.
Yeah.
I personally haven't seen any issues with appraisal, which is a good thing since COVID. That's actually I've seen one yesterday, which is a lake house in Taunton that I own with my partner. That one we're selling, and the appraisal came in actually below than when we bought it last year. So we have an issue with the appraisal on that, and they're fixing that whole thing. But other than that, it's I see the market being stable for at least another 18 to 24 months. It's gonna be.
Yeah, surprisingly for me, it's a good surprise, but a lot of appraisals have been coming over asking, recently. I don't know if it was because during the summer, we had, all the, all these like new comps from the summer months, and now, like those are a little, maybe they sold a bit higher from where the market currently is, but for me at least, my buyers a lot of them have gotten like their appraisals over the purchase price, which is amazing.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I got one of my buyers who appraisal came in at 30 over what they bought it for, and that was pretty good. They're walking in with equity, so that's always good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's asking what market. All markets in Boston.
Yeah.
I mean,
South Shore, Metro Boston, South Shore, North Shore.
East Boston, exactly. Yeah.
Even out to Worcester, like the Worcester market, it's I got a triple decker out there that we're flipping it. I keep getting offers in the properties I haven't done, and I got a couple offers in, and we're like, if they're gonna buy it as is, yeah, go ahead, just get rid of it. Why not?
That's amazing. Where in Worcester is it?
It's probably like I want to say probably 8 minutes away from Holy Cross.
Nice.
So it's it's the most desirable area of Worcester.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think Worcester will be red hot. I mean,
the Worcester market's hot. It's honestly, I got realtor friends all the way out to the Berkshires, and it's like even in the Berkshires, it's ridiculous how those little $150,000, $200,000 properties are flying off the shelves.
Those are good investments too, especially if you can Airbnb them now in the winter months.
Yeah, I got a client of mine who bought 65 units in Pittsfield for $2.1 million.
Damn.
On the rental market over there, it's like $1,100 per unit. So he's making good money for the winter.
Not bad, yeah. Not bad. Hey, you hosted an awesome summit, a real move summit with Ryan Serhant, Matt Leonetti. Well, first, maybe talk to us about, how you got to establish the relationship with Ryan Serhant. I mean, it's just amazing, one of our own people here doing it big, partnering with Ryan Serhant, and obviously you've shot so many videos. Just let us in, man. I mean, I know so many people ask you about it, but
it's funny. It's honestly, it started with a simple DM, and then it was nothing but email and being persistent. And then that was prior to his Sell Like Serhant course that he came up with Kyle Scott, who was basically the president of ventures of Serhant, and that was before then. And then obviously I did the I'm into really educating yourself, especially in business. Like you always keep learning in order for you to make it bigger than where you are right now. So before, from simple that I actually met Ramita, my business partner, on the Remove, through that course. And then I remember we had dinner with Ryan, and I asked her, I was like, hey, I know you're into the whole pro membership, because they got different type of levels of membership. And I asked her, is it worth it? And she was like, her response to me was like, is anything worth in life? I was like, Yeah, that's a good one. So that got me thinking for a little bit, and then Kyle kept following up with me. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll give it. So obviously, I had my one-on-one with him. That's how I actually got to meet him in person, and then after that, he has referred me almost $30 million in business between Connecticut and Boston. So from cold, from DMs and cold emailing to getting to know him, and then now the way I look at Ryan, it's not like the celebrity broker that he is. It's more of a colleague, friend, business friend.
That's amazing, man. And it just goes to show the power of social media. I mean, I've met so many people, from the Boston real estate market and Boston real estate leaders, just like you said, just through Instagram DMs.
The same thing with Matt. Like I remember we were talking about when
Matt Leonetti.
Yeah, we were planning the event, and I was talking. That's when Emily was part of a team where I was talking to her. I was like, "Hey, let's shoot a DM to Matt." Obviously, he has 30,000 followers, or whatever, and we shot a DM. He answered right away, and he was like, "Dude, who's gonna be there, Ryan?" He's like, "I'm in." Because Matt started real estate because of Ryan, so that was his like idol. So.
Really?
So they've done podcasts, a couple of videos together, but never met in person until we had the summit here in Boston.
The summit? Wow.
Yeah. So he was like, "Hey, so on the next summit that we're gonna do, Matt's gonna be in. Obviously, he's coming back, and then we're also gonna have Eric from the broker agent."
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah. Because they're business partners themselves, so. That's a little surprise. I'm pretty sure Ramita's in here. She's probably going to kill me for me spilling the beans, but whatever.
Oh, boy. Sorry, Ramita.
It's just that. I won't say anybody else, I promise.
Yeah. No, I know. I get it.
Yeah, no, the power of social media is it's real. It's you send somebody, even if they're a celebrity, you send them an email or send them a DM. You'd be amazed how many people actually will answer you, especially the fact that you treat a celebrity, like for example Ryan, Ramita and I personally treat him like a colleague. It's not so much about like, oh my God, you're on TV, you're all this, and you've done business with all these singers and famous people. It's like it's the real deal. It's not, and who you actually see him like, and everybody who came to the summit, who saw him in person, that's how he is. He's not. He doesn't fake. Like in $1 Million Listen, I remember when I asked him, I was like, dude, I told him, like in the beginning when I watched the show, because I didn't know the hell he was. In 2017, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? So I watched the show. I was like, oh, this dude is a prick. Like, you can tell he's from. And I told him, I was like, dude, you weren't my favorite, guy on TV. He was like, yeah, I know, but obviously he had to fake his personality in order to be on the show. But now it's like whoever you see on TV, that's the real him.
Yep.
So that's a little background how I got to know Ryan.
That's awesome. But it goes to show about being genuine, being yourself, how far it takes you in these relationships. No one wants to be fake, like, I mean, sure, you may, you may adjust some stuff on social media, or your like some of the things that you say, you might be more diplomatic, politically correct on some stuff, but at the same time, as long as you're genuine and yourself, I think that goes far. And
be authentic. Just be, I personally know a lot of handful of brokers that they try to be something they're not, and that's not the way to do it. Just be yourself, be authentic, be who you are. That's going to lead you a long way. Don't act like you're the top of the top in Boston or Massachusetts. Let's call it statewide. Like you're the number one broker statewide, because somebody's always going to be ahead of you.
For sure.
Yeah, there's no like the way I look at it, and everybody who does business with me is like, you're not my competition. You're my business partner. Like we're selling the property together. Both of we have interest in both sides. We're in this together. Like I help you, you help me. Great relationship. Move on to the next.
Exactly.
Don't burn your bridges, because I see a lot of agents burn the bridges, and when they come, I got I got a handful of them that burned bridges with me. And last one, there was an offer coming in, and I saw the name. I was like, I told my client, I was like, well, this is what happened with me in the past. So, it's your choice if you're going to take the offer or not.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Yeah, definitely. It's such a small industry that
everybody knows everybody.
yeah, and that's why I'm like so careful with my work, with the pre-approvals that I do, because it's like you're gonna do 100 great deals, people will talk about it, they love it, but you do one bad deal and they'll tell everyone, right? And one of the things that I love is the fact, especially when I know the listing agent, and I've helped like so many buyers like get that accepted offer through just because the listing I'm sure it wasn't the only factor, but me being the loan officer and the listing agent knowing me, I think it made a huge difference. But it just comes to show like it's such a small industry. And like I think presenting yourself as a team to the client, and it makes a huge difference. And
Yeah.
everything goes so smoothly, whenever everybody knows everyone.
Yeah. Like, for example, I give a perfect example right now. The flip that's under agreement, it's like the buyer agent. She's like, oh my God, you're so easy. You're so chill. Like, my clients want to go in. Yeah, go ahead. Like, what am I supposed to be like? No, don't go in. No, go. If they got to go measure for their couch, go ahead, do it. What's the point?
Yep. Hey, so tell us, who was the team behind a real Move Summit? So it's you, Ramita, and
And our CTO Noah Kohler. He's out of New York.
he's out of New York. Nice.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
Ramita's out of North Carolina, and then it's myself. Well, obviously, I'm out of Boston. A real move was launched in Boston, so technically it's a Boston-based company. A real move, it's going to be basically the referral system for tomorrow. We're going to be working with the top 20 agents. We're going to start with the Northeast, and then we're going to do national before we go on a global span. So basically, it's kind of if you go to like Facebook and you see lab coat agents, they're like, I'm looking for an agent in, call it, Hartford, Connecticut.
Yep.
And there's a list of 40 agents. So what we're planning to do is eliminate those 40 agents with the top 20 from Hartford. They're going to be on this database. We're going to focus not so much on the agents, but we're going to focus on the clients, on the consumer, to the fact that they're going to go in there, have accessibility. So it's going to be app-based and also desktop-based. So they're going to have accessibility of looking to work with specific agents that been, it's going to be vetted by us. So everybody's going to, we're literally going to be calling their past clients. We're going to be calling past realtors that they've done business with, because your clients can say one thing, but nobody's going to lie when it's on the broker side. Again, like what we said, what do we say? It's like, if John Smith screwed me over in a deal because his client bought a card halfway through the process and he didn't educate his client about it. Okay, I got a little sour taste about it. So then we call it up. We introduce ourselves and what are we looking for? Yeah, no, the daddy. Yeah, I did business with John Smith. He's great. Or no, this is what happened. Would you recommend him to be in this program? No, not really. I wouldn't. Okay, that's enough.
Yep.
So it's gonna be, and the consumer, like the seller, the buyer, they're not gonna pay a fee. We're gonna only have a fee for the real estate agents. So we're still working the little fine details about it, but it should be up and running in within the next 30 days.
So sounds like it's something exclusive. It will be kind of like a, by invite type of community.
We're not gonna throw it again. We're not gonna throw it out there for every single agent in the world to be in it. It's not gonna be a Zillow. It's not gonna be a HomeLight. It's not gonna be any of these websites, because we all have had bad experience with them.
Yep.
I personally do not invest any money in Zillow because I think it's just a waste of fucking money. Excuse my language, people, but
Yeah.
That's just a waste of money. Me personally, I get all my business off of
They're
referrals.
expensive. They're expensive.
Oh yeah, like my Connecticut office. I'm in Connecticut. I'm with Nest Seekers, and they literally spend $5,000-10,000 a month in Zillow leads. And I tell the broker with them, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you literally blowing 5-10 G's a month on
Oh yeah, yeah.
leads?
And unless you get like 2 or 3 deals, you won't even break even, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hear Zillow is just as expensive. I mean, I think they're a little cheaper on the lender side, but I hear they're super expensive on the real.
Yeah, no, they're. I've heard they're pretty pricey. Last time I did any Zillow ads was probably in 2015.
Damn.
So it's been a long time for me that I haven't bought anything off of Zillow just because they're horrible.
Yeah.
I know Sandra said, how low are we talking about?
Oh, I think she was talking about the Real Move Summit.
Yeah. She started probably talking about the system. It's gonna be global, Sandra. It's gonna be now we're obviously starting with Northeast and we're gonna go nationwide. Then from there we're gonna go to Canada and start going to like Europe and everybody. You're global by the whole world where everybody comes from, especially now that the borders are open for foreign investors start investing their money again. So that's a big plus.
Absolutely. All right. So you want us to go to cryptocurrency or NFTs?
Actually, let me ask you a question.
Tell me.
How's the mortgage? How's the interest rate looking for the into the end of the year?
So, all right. So the past month, it's been like totally like up and down. So it's like one week we've gone up to like 3.125, even like 3.25. Then we dropped back down to like 2.75 briefly. And then, I think now we're back up to like 3 to 3.125, depending obviously credit score, down payment, and all that. The consensus is that by end of 2022, rates should be around 4%. How true that is, nobody knows. But with the Fed starting the tapering program, like tapering the bond buying program, then the expectation is end of 2022 or in 2022 we should start seeing a continuing increase. We know inflation has been rampant.
Yeah, it has.
The only way to fight inflation, or one of the best ways to fight inflation, is by raising interest rates. So you kind of like slow down the economic growth. Although it's not ideal, but you don't want to let inflation go out of control. So if inflation continues, the Fed may intervene even faster and push rates higher artificially.
Yeah.
For that particular reason. And yeah, it wasn't that, everyone says, oh, inflation's transitory, and
Yeah, no,
it hasn't really been transitory.
at all.
It's here to stay. It looks like.
Yeah, not at all. That's so different.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of specialists or economists are saying, well, once the holiday season is over, people are gonna kind of like slow down with the purchasing, and it may, like the economic activity may fall a little, so inflation may start decreasing, but it hasn't stopped. So
I don't see that happening. I don't see that. Serious buyers are looking right now. They're buying right now.
yeah,
No holidays. They're calling and they're making the calls, and then they're getting pre-approvals, or they're calling us for they want properties right away. I'm in the perfect boat myself. I'm a condo owner here in Boston, and I literally moved to a townhouse because I needed more space, especially during COVID. So instead of me buying, I was looking at properties in Milton because my focus is to be in Milton. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to spend $1 million or $1.5 million for a property. Like, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No, I'm no way. I'm qualified, but no, I'm not going to do it.
Yep. It's a lot of money.
You're talking about like for its 1,500 square foot raised ranch. I was like, no, you're out of your mind. I had a real good one It was 700,000, but it needed a full gut renovation. I was like, I'm fine with it. I can do
Yeah.
the. That's not a problem. But then one of the kids got involved, and they're like, yeah, let's test the market. Sold for 1.3. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, whatever. I'll
You
rent
can't
for a
fight it.
year or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. You can't fight it. But I mean, it's good this is what I tell my clients too, that, hey, yes, even if you know that you're kind of like priced out, still look at the market because you never know what opportunities come to you.
Yep.
And especially now during like holiday season, some people will take their foot off their foot off the gas pedal and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna like wait until next spring." Well, if you look now, there may be like pockets of opportunities
Yep.
everywhere, even though inventory like sucks. So
Like bros were friends of mine, and even my own clients, like, just because it's holiday, don't stop.
yep.
Push your buyers, push your sellers. It's people who are serious they're buying right now.
Yeah, it's like looking at a house on a rainy day, right? I mean,
Yeah,
those are probably the best times to shop because no one wants to go out there.
exactly. Only a
Um,
select few people are going to be there.
yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, let's talk about cryptocurrencies. I have some notes on here, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna read a little bit first.
Sure, go ahead. Let me look at
But
let me look at my wallet.
huh?
Let me look at my crypto wallet. Oh, it's kind of not looking pretty today.
Hey, yeah, they dropped a little. I think the whole market dropped, but I purchased last night my first virtual land from Decentraland. I think you saw that on
I did
Instagram.
see.
Yeah,
I'm dying to talk to you more about that.
we'll definitely talk, and I'm happy to share live too. But let me talk about cryptocurrency.
Sure, go ahead.
So cryptocurrency is a digital currency that it's used to buy or sell services, and it uses an online ledger, which is also known as a blockchain or referred to as a blockchain. So in the blockchain is used as a system to record information, and this information is pretty much like stored in a way that it's like impossible to hack, right? It's a decentralized technology, and it uses like a peer-to-peer network or like peer-to-peer, like many computers, so millions of computers that do this work for the blockchain. And that's where the information is managed by all these computers. Now, the most appealing thing about cryptocurrency is the security of the networks, right? In order for you to like hack a blockchain, you'd have to like hack millions and millions of computers that have done these math problems to mine, let's say, Bitcoin, right? So it's almost impossible, or it is impossible. Now, important to note, cryptocurrencies are highly speculative, so be very careful. There's more than 13,000 cryptocurrencies out there. It's very easy to start one, but there's so much opportunity, right? It's a whole another ecosystem. It's a whole nother world. It's still brand new, and there's a lot of money to be made in my opinion. It's currently all cryptocurrencies total over $2.5 trillion as of October 22nd. It may be higher or lower now. Um, you may have heard of coins or tokens too, very similar to cryptocurrencies, but they may have or they may serve a different purpose. So they could be, let's say, their own blockchain, or they could have their they could be part of, let's say, another blockchain. So a cryptocurrency or a token like Polygon, for example, it kind of like works outside of Ethereum, but it may
Mhm.
have like cheaper fees to operate in the Polygon network. They could have a specific use. You could use, for example, I bought my first virtual land in Decentraland, and they use Mana. Mana is their token. So in order for me to buy virtual goods inside Decentraland, I need to own Mana token. All right,
So,
and
quick question on that one.
yeah,
Did you transfer from Ethereum to Mana?
No, because the land that I bought, it was being sold in Ethereum in this case, but I did have to transfer my land from my Coinbase wallet, which I purchased it at, to the MetaMask because Decentraland uses MetaMask as a wallet.
Got,
Coinbase is not one of their supported ones.
got it.
But for a lot of goods, if you're going to buy directly from the Decentraland marketplace, you're going to need Mana only.
Got
But
it.
now Mana is supported on they have a Polygon network, and they also they have a Mana token on the Polygon network or blockchain, and one in the Ethereum. So there's two Manas apparently, or this Polygon one is upcoming. So.
Hmm.
But tokens can have a specific use for virtual goods or services inside the game. Like I said earlier, fairly easy to create your own tokens. Therefore, be really, really careful in what you invest. My own story, how I started looking into cryptocurrencies and especially NFTs, was when Gary Vee, like started talking about his project. And again, I believe in Gary Vee. I think he's a phenomenal human being, very smart, has amazing intuition. Like look for those traits, or look for who's backing up a cryptocurrency or what's behind it. See whether there is a community backing it up. Like look at their Twitter. How many followers they have. Look at their Discord, if they have a Discord community set up. These are like things to look for in like cryptocurrencies and sorry, NFTs. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of like Doge or Shiba, but if you look at them, if you look at they started up as meme coins, right? And they blew up. Why? Because they have a huge community backing them up. And especially Shiba. I mean, I see that they have a lot of like plans, what they can do. Like they have like or they're planning on a gaming platform. I don't follow them all the time, but it's amazing. So it's like something that started as a joke. Now it's like top 10 or top 15, like most valued cryptocurrency by market cap.
Yeah, last week it was top 10.
Top 10? Yeah.
Yeah, last week was top 10. I own Shiba. Like
You do?
on that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had to sell it to buy the Decentraland, but yeah.
I basically I fucked up with Dodge.
With Doge, yeah.
So one of my friends buy Dodge when it was like dumb cheap. And it was
And you didn't buy it yourself?
no, I bought some, but I'm not gonna say the amount because it's fucking embarrassing. But I bought little of it, and then I was like, yeah, this shit. I get it. It's meme. It's not gonna go anywhere. And then I completely forgot about it.
Damn.
And started looking, and it started going. I seen it on social media. I'm like, all right, let me see my account. I looked at shares. I'm like, shit. It actually hit 61 cents. Like, and then I was like, so while my friend's sitting very pretty, I'm over here like. I made the worst mistake ever.
Yeah. It is what it is. There's plenty of.
I heard about Sheep. Like right now, I'm over 1,500% of profit for Sheep. So lesson learned.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think again, as long as there's like a meaning purpose behind the cryptocurrency or behind the NFT, that's what you want to look for, because it's like what you can do with this cryptocurrency. Like, hey, maybe one day, like I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, AMC is now accepting them as method of payment, right? So these are things you wanna look for, right? Like what kind of utilization it can have in our communities and in our day to day.
Oh, of course.
And Shiba is achieving some of that, and I think it has like much more potential than Doge. Because one thing about Doge is that it has like it continues producing infinite amount of like shares every day. I think, I don't know, what is it, 100,000 shares every day or something, you know? So
I'll tell you right now.
yeah, it's gonna be like unlimited amounts of it, right? So
Well, today was like today was 193.
193, yeah, yeah.
So,
So anyways, so let's talk about wallets, right? Wallets are super important to cryptocurrencies. There's three types of wallets. You have a software wallet, you have a hardware wallet, and you also have a custodial wallet, right? So software wallet, this is very common. This is what you use to own the NFT. You're given a key phrase, right? You're given a 12-word key phrase to access your software wallet. It can be in MetaMask, it can be in Coinbase, it can be Trust or Crypto.com.
mm-hmm.
The good thing about software wallets, I mean, they're very secure. However, if you ever, and you own, you know, you're the owner of the crypto. However, if you lose that 12 keyword key phrase,
You're never gonna get it back.
never gonna get back your wallet.
You lost your money.
Exactly. Or let's say if you click on a fraudulent link that someone says, hey, I'm gonna give you a free NFT. Click on, just give me your 12 keywords and I'm gonna airdrop it to you. Most likely that person is just gonna get in there, empty your wallet, and see you later. And you're never gonna get that money. So be very careful. Never give your key phrase to anybody out there. But the good thing about software wallets, you can transfer money in like seconds for little fees. You can buy NFTs. You can, you can invest in different assets, and you can stake. You can stake some of your cryptos to earn more money and earn interest and all these other things. Hard wallets, very popular. Ledger, NanoS, and Trezor. Essentially, it's like a USB. You'll hold it at home anytime, anytime that you want to make a transaction. So essentially, the cryptocurrency is inside that USB. We're calling it a USB. That hard wallet, and anytime that you want to sell, buy, or do any transactions, you have to authorize it from that hard wallet that you keep home. Again, same thing as the software wallet. If you ever lose it, you're done. Your crypto is gone. If you ever forget your key phrase on it or how you log into it, you're out of luck. All right. And then, but that's the best thing about hardware wallets is that, or hard wallets, is that they're the most secure wallets out there. You own it. It's at home. It's offline. It's off the grid. Like you're guaranteed, security.
And never take a picture of it.
Yeah, yeah, no.
A lot. I know somebody who took a picture of it, and next morning everything was empty. So,
someone hacked their phone, most likely.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I can say we got a hard, you got a hard wallet. Don't expose it on social media because you lose your stuff.
Yeah, and another thing about hard wallets, buy them, if you're ever gonna buy them directly from the website of whoever issues them, because there's been cases where there have been like resales on Amazon. So someone else must have opened it, used it, known the key phrase, put it back together, resold it on Amazon. Once you went there, they knew your key phrase. They went in, after, I'm not a hacker. I don't know all the ins and outs, but but I guess, there's fraud going on out there.
Oh yeah, there is. It's good you mentioned that because I was gonna make sure it's how everybody do not buy your hard wallet from Amazon,
eBay, or Amazon.
Yeah,
exactly.
don't do it.
Buy directly from the source, Ledger or Trezor.com or whatever their main website is. So custodial wallets, Coinbase has a custodial wallet. Binance has theirs. PayPal, Robinhood. Now, Coinbase and Binance, I think you can do a little more things with their custodial wallets. With PayPal and Robinhood, you're like very limited. It's still a way to get in, invest in crypto. You technically don't own the crypto. The key phrase is held by, or the currency is held by is held by PayPal, or is held by Robinhood or Coinbase. However, it is a good way to start investing
Sure.
in cryptocurrency, and yeah, but people argue that, oh, you don't own it, you don't have, maybe it's less secure, but it's still, I mean, if you don't want to do anything crazy, I think custodial wallets are the way to go. Hey, you want to invest $1,000, $2,000, go on PayPal, buy some Bitcoin or whatever you want to buy, leave it there, and forget about it. If you
Yeah.
want to get more fancy, custodial and hard wallets are the way to go. Some cryptocurrencies that I'm invested and I'm looking into, not investment advice, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Polygon, Mana, Cardano, Axie Infinity. There's a lot out there. Like I said, look at the purpose, look at what they're doing, look what they serve. If it's meme coins and all these other ones, just be super careful, because chances are you could lose a lot of money. I don't know if you heard about that Squid Game coin,
I
right?
heard.
Yeah, it's like this guy lost 25 grand, and apparently when you went to buy the coin, it said you can only buy, you cannot sell this coin, and people still kept buying. This guy had invested 25 grand, and overnight there was like a rug pull, right? They pulled the rug,
Mhm.
and all the liquidity of the coin is gone. Um, and yeah, this guy, and I'm sure others, lost like a cumulative of like $5 million in total. It was insane, but
Yeah. No. Long story short, you just do your due diligence.
exactly,
When it comes
exactly,
to meme coin, you just do your due diligence.
exactly. So NFTs, I know I've talked a lot about cryptos, but NFTs are,
NFTs.
yeah.
So that's the fact that on NFT and real estate is going to be involved real soon. Real soon, it's going to be amazing.
And I'm sure you're gonna incorporate it with a Real Move Summit, and there's so, all right. So
It's going
let
to be
me do my
part.
little presentation, and we can talk more about it.
Do your thing.
Uh,
Go ahead.
so it's a special kind of crypto asset where each token is unique and they can be bought and sold like any other piece of property, but obviously virtually. So it has to do with the blockchain, right? It's all about the blockchain. So it's unique and non-interchangeable unit is stored on the blockchain. Uh, yes, you can say that, oh, well, I can take a screenshot of your NFT and I own your NFT as well. Well, yes, you can do that. However, because it's incorporated in the blockchain, it gives the NFT a verified and public proof of ownership, right? So your wallet is the only person that owns that particular property. Um, so that's one of the big attractions of NFTs, and I'll talk more about what makes them so hot and how they're being used. But sales of NFTs exceeded $2 billion just in Q1 of 2021. So you can see there is hype, but it's real. There's a lot of money going in, and there's a lot of like fascinating things happening with NFTs. How they're being used, first and foremost, digital art and collectibles. Beeple sold in the Christie's auction earlier this year for $69 million. His collection, and so here's the deal. right? Where you were as an artist before, right? You'd paint something, you'd sell it online, $500, you made $500, done, right? Now you have an opportunity for lifetime royalties going forward, right? You make this special project like Beeple, like he sold his collection for 69 million. Every time Beeple's collection sells, he's gonna earn, let's say, 5 or 10% or whatever royalty he has set on that. And this is a game changer, especially for artists. Not only artists, musicians. We're gonna look, into games, right? Remember, like you had games in Facebook where you were building up your farm and whatnot. Now people are paying money to upgrade their farms, right? And that's real money. Or you're spending money to buy virtual real estate. And I don't know if you've ever logged into Decentraland, but there's like, I logged in last night just to like explore and stuff. And there was like an actual soccer game being played, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they've programmed it and everything, but it's just fascinating.
It's mind blowing.
It, it is. You just got to do your research, see what's going on. It's free to go on Decentraland to explore. But yeah, buying virtual real estate. I mean, I'm sure there's other programs like Decentraland. But do your own research. Decentraland was one of the first ones, and that's why I believed in it. And I think those parcels, because they're limited quantity, they're going to be valued a lot of money one day.
Yeah,
There's concert.
you bought a piece of plot, right?
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the price on it?
Yeah, 13 grand.
Jesus fucking Christ. $13, and then if you build on your land, you probably could sell it for easy. Call it, I don't know, just put a rough number of $300,000.
I don't know. I don't know. It depends. You can lease it, right?
You can lease it. You could build, like you literally can build a house on it. You can build a community on it. It's insane.
You could charge people to enter your property if you have something cool in there.
Yep.
Again, they give you like free tools, or you can build your own stuff, or you can have like special programming tools. I mean, I don't know, the IT guys probably know better, but you can build like own custom stuff and make like crazy shit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, but it's also big into music. I guess music is into NFTs as well. Filming, a lot of type of utilities, but collectible, it's a huge piece of it. You have NBA Top Shots. They're even selling like highlights of games. Yeah, there's like so much opportunity in there, but it's just so cool, right? Let's say you can make your Real Move Summit, right, to be a NFT only invite, just like Gary Vee is hosting his own conference, and it just makes it even more exclusive for your club. And that NFT that they used to get in, that becomes a collectible, right? When Jorge Sariego is super famous one day, that NFT will have a lot of value. And the best part about it is it will always stay on the blockchain, on the network. You can't reproduce it. It will be there all the time. Like back then you could collect a card or a coin or whatever. Someone could manipulate it and remake that, right? Yep. Now that the blockchain provides the security for having, that one piece, or whatever. You make 10,000 pieces, 5,000, that's the final number and it's done, right? Yep. All right, so let's talk about how you can buy NFTs. So one of the marketplaces where you can go and buy NFTs, it's directly on OpenSea.io. And like you can use Ethereum, you can use, here, let me respond to some of the comments. Hi, Karen. Hey, Nikki. Yes, I am Albanian. Oh, hey, buddy. You're Albanian too. Okay. Nice to meet you. Yeah, so.
You want to get to know Nick. He's a good investor.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can follow. All right. I followed Nikki. I'll follow up after. So yeah, you can OpenSea.io. There's other websites, but pretty much whatever's available on the blockchain for sale, you can see it on there. Be mindful of gas fees. It's not like real gas, but
Gas fees are horrible.
but essentially, anytime that you're buying something or you're performing a major transaction, you will pay gas fees. That's why it's not easy to become, let's say, an NFT, artist, right? Because you need to have money, especially in this day that we live in. If you're gonna invest in the Ethereum network and post like your own NFT, some days you may pay what, $200, $300 just for gas fees.
So we're working on an NFT, and I just tested out. I was curious what was the gas price that day, and it's like $100.
How much?
$500.
500? Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you lower the gas fee, it takes you like a week for you to.
It may not even fulfill if the gas fees are like high enough. So most likely you were looking into the Ethereum network, but if you look into another network like Polygon or Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, Solana, Tezos, those are much, much cheaper, but they may not be as popular, right?
Because if you go and see everything like right now, let me open up my other phone. OpenSea. All right. Like I did honestly, Gary Vee, I gotta get a kick to this guy. Have you seen this little thing? I'm not sure if people can see it. There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's going for 18 Ethereum, which is $76,627.
That's right.
That's just the doodle of him writing the piece of paper.
It's proprietary, right?
Exactly.
You can't hack it. It's there forever. The value is gonna keep going on, and you can go see him live, right? Next year, he announced it in Minnesota. You know that I own 2 of those, right?
Do you really? Does your wife know about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I am patient to not sell, we're both gonna go to Minnesota next year, so we're super excited. And he's saying that he's gonna like let his he's gonna try to like meet all like 9,000 people that are gonna be there.
Yeah, that's one thing about Gary Vee I noticed. Gary Vee is real. He reminds me of Ryan. That's why they're good friends actually, because he's real. Like he meets his people. It's like Ryan. You go to Ryan's office in Soho, and if he's there, hey, what's going on? Boom, that's it. Hi, quick, hi, bye, then, and he's off. This dude's always on. And Gary Vee's almost the same exact thing. Like our CTO Noah, he met Gary like a couple weeks ago. I guess he sent that location over Discord.
Yep.
Or Noah called me like at 1:30 in the morning. I was dead asleep, and I heard the phone. I was like, I'm not gonna answer it. I'm like, it's whatever. And then in the morning I wake up and all I see was a picture of Noah and Gary Vee together. I'm like, okay. I probably missed his FaceTime for a damn reason.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, I almost sold one of them this week, to invest some of that money into Decentraland. But then I sold this other one. I had a World of Women NFT. I bought it for 2 Ethereum, sold for like 2.5. Made like $3,000, and that money went towards Decentraland. So I canceled my listing for selling my V friends. So I think I did good not to sell it. But
question to you. Back to quick.
Let's do it.
I'm a big believer Ethereum is gonna go up higher than Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of market value, or
Market value.
yeah,
That is what 60,000.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
few months, I think it's gonna surpass 60,000. Just
I
because, for example, OpenSea. So you're talking about NFTs. You're talking about virtual real estate. You're talking about Meta, the metaverse. It's gonna be
exactly,
all run by Ethereum.
exactly.
This is cool.
Most of it is Ethereum, and so now they have a proof of work system, right? That's why gas fees are so expensive. You've heard about Ethereum 2.0. Once they switch to a proof of stake system, which is like
Mm-hmm.
Polygon, and it's just about, it uses less energy, right? It's gonna be even cheaper to like list, right? So
Yep.
in the next 2 to 3 years, once it becomes even cheaper to list on Ethereum, everyone's gonna be on the Ethereum because it was kind of like the first network. Even more people are gonna be like posting all their stuff.
Yep.
Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin is like the gold of, of
Okay.
cryptocurrencies, like if countries start adopting it like El Salvador did,
Yep.
then obviously the value is just going to keep going up. But there's so much usage of the NFT, there's so much purpose behind it. I can see it like being valued same as Bitcoin one day. So,
I agree, 100%. And for everybody who wants to learn a little more about crypto and the blockchain, because nobody pretty much knows what blockchain is, there's this video, this documentary, and I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's called Cryptopia, I think it is.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Crypto. Take a look at it. And basically, it tells you what crypto is, what's the blockchain. It tells you how, from one blockchain it moves to the other when you make a purchase, and that's basically, and it tells you it goes to Swiss. You go to Switzerland, and the guy goes to Switzerland to see where the blockchain is made. It's
that's amazing.
yeah, and I seen it. One of my agents from the office mentioned it to me because honestly, I was not a believer into this stuff. The whole
No,
NFT and the metaverse and all this. For a month ago, I was like, "What the fuck are people talking about? This is
yeah,
what is this crap?" Um, a month ago, when I went to New York to Ryan's Blonde
NFT.
for that time $8.9 million townhouse, it was based on NFT theme.
And
Joe
that's what's
Bernardo,
gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
so this
It,
artist Joe Bernardo, he's an NFT artist. He had a presentation about NFT, and I literally was there from just learning. I'm like, it's like, what language are you guys speaking? I was like, please, somebody speak fucking English to me. Um, so Sean McPhee, he's like, this is the next world. Like he's also learning as this. Um, so we're literally like just learning together. Like what the fuck? But this guy Joel, he did a painting, sold it for $600, and off of royalties, he made $6,000.
yeah, and
It's
they're
like,
gonna
so I'm
and
like,
they're gonna continue forever.
yeah. So I got back to Boston because I only went to New York for a day. I got back to Boston. I was like, dude, I got to get into this shit. Like, I got to educate myself about this. Because I see how NFT, virtual real estate, metaverse is going to come part of real estate. We like it or not, it's going to be part of it. These little freaking Oculus glasses, dude.
Yeah,
This I put this on the other day. I was like, what the fuck? It's 100% real. Like you're literally traveling the world, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, dude, it's fucking creepy. It's creepy as hell. Like creepy
I
to
love it.
where we're going in, but it's literally happening. It's like
Yeah,
this type of stuff that we grew up, we're little growing up, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna have flying cars.
yeah. Oh, it's happening. It's gonna happen soon enough. Yeah,
And
I'm thankful to Gary Vee, man.
I give it to Mark Zuckerberg. His goal in the next 3 to 5 years. So on Friday, He did a video with Gary Vee on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at that. That's pretty good too. And he basically said in 3 to 5 years, you're gonna be putting on these Oculus glasses, and you're gonna be able to feel a person. You're gonna be able to shake somebody's hand. You're gonna be able to literally be in an office,
Right.
like, but being home. It's
Right.
just oh,
Right.
but it's
And it makes sense. I think the pandemic kind of sped it up to, like 10, 15 years, 20 years ahead. But now it's time. I mean, and if Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg is investing billions, like, that there's going to be
yeah.
opportunity.
And
It,
Apple's next.
yeah.
Apple's
Yeah.
their Apple's the next. I think next year they're coming out with their glasses.
Yeah. They have the ecosystem, right? They have billions of users. So,
Another thing I look at, like the NFT and virtual real estate, it's like perfect example. My kid's 13, 9 year old. So I got a basically 14. Sorry, he's about to be 14, and my daughter's 9. They're into Minecraft and Roblox and all this other stuff. I literally look at them like, what are you guys doing? Now that I'm learning about this, now that I'm educating myself about this, it's like they're really teaching these kids the next level of life. Like they build their own town, they build their own property and all this stuff. But it's there. Nobody could go in there unless you give them access. So
for
eventually
sure.
it's going to be the point that these kids are going to be able to sell their build in the metaverse.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I think we're in the content creation world right now with the YouTubers and the Instagrammers, right? And now we're gonna take all of this into the next level, into the metaverse, right? Where not only you're gonna have the YouTubes and but you're gonna be able to sell on the metaverse, right? Whether it's Decentraland or any other platform out there, and yes, it may like impact life day to day as we
Mm-hmm.
see it, but it can be a second reality, right? You want to go in space, but you're technically in your room, but you're wearing some goggles or
Yeah.
whatever. Why not do it, right? Not everyone's gonna afford to go to space like Jeff Bezos, but being able to buy $500 glasses and go to space, why
Yeah.
not? That, right?
I I did it on Sunday. I was like, I got to test this. Like I heard about it. I'm like, all right, let me. I'm not a believer into this stuff. I put it on. I was like, oh crap, you got virtual YouTube too. I'm like, what the hell? It's
Yeah.
amazing. You literally can pick up a ball and just throw it. It's like, wow. It's just like, what the hell are we getting ourselves into? But it's it's the next world, and it's like we have to adapt to it, or we're just gonna be left behind. Especially when you're in business, like our business, like real estate. I'm not sure if you heard there was a virtual house sold for $512,000.
Oh yeah.
That's now
Yeah.
I stayed in like I was like, dude, I got in contact with the lady who built it. Honestly, I sent her a DM. I'm like, yeah, let's set up a
500,000.
Zoom call. Yeah, 512,000.
Is it on Decentraland too?
Nope.
Oh, where is it?
She built her own platform.
Oh, she built her own platform.
She built her own platform. She self funded the deal, and some guy offered her, $512,000. She sold it, but she didn't sell it for profit. She sold it so she could put that money back into the business to build more virtual real estate.
Good for her. Good for
So
her.
basically, in other words, you buy a piece of plot, build a house. That's what you're doing. You're flipping it. So it's virtual flipping online.
Yep.
If you want to make into that type of business. But her
Yep.
point is basically educating people of the metaverse.
That's amazing. And I was reading yesterday on Decentraland because I'm still learning a lot, but you could actually take a mortgage out too. There are like tokens that you can take out mortgages to buy land on Decentraland. I don't think it's a 30-year term, but even if it's like a 30-day term, that's like mind blowing,
This
right?
past weekend, I heard a guy, he bought his property, his real house, off his a mortgage off of Bitcoin
Oh yeah.
because he has a lot of Bitcoin, and instead of going to Cedric to get a mortgage for a conventional, he got a Bitcoin loan, and he bought
Yeah, someone lended it off of his Bitcoin. Yeah.
it. He defaults. They own the Bitcoin.
It's fascinating.
I was like, Wow, it's amazing. So I actually got the information about that one because that's another route I gotta learn too. It's like at the end of the day, we all have to educate ourselves about the whole crypto NFT. Like I said, a month ago, I was not a believer. I was not a fan until I went to New York. I saw that event, the launch of the property. I was amazed.
Yeah.
We had it was a 6 to 8, yeah, 6 to 8. The open house was 6 to 8, and there was over 155 people. Those 155 people, 50 were realtors. Everybody else were NFT collectors.
Amazing.
That was
What were they offering any NFTs during the launch? Yeah, they were.
So Joe Bramano had the art up. He does paintings. He had all the art up on the walls, and all the art on the walls are his NFTs.
That's amazing.
So I'm
That's
actually meeting him on Monday. Monday I got to go back to New York. I'm meeting him because we're going to talk about NFTs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which that leads to where we're planning to do.
Right. I mean, it's nothing special yet. We have no announcement yet, but that there is some plan, to have some sort of event, but we'll TBD, right?
Yep.
We have no announcement yet, but stay tuned, guys.
It's going to be a nice networking event.
Yeah, exactly. My NFT journey and crypto journey, I mean, like I said, it was earlier this year, after listening to Gary Vee, and he said, do like 50 hours of research towards NFT, and even that probably is not going to be enough.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough.
Because there's so much information out there. But, like educate yourself. That's the most important thing. Start with small money, start with $500, $1,000, see what gas fees are and, how you lose money from transferring from one wallet to the other or, converting.
Something that we didn't talk about. It's like, you buy, call it, I don't know, $500 worth of Ethereum on Coinbase and you transfer it to your wallet. It's like
they're slipping
$90, $100 fee they charge you.
It depends. It's probably less. But still, I mean, they will charge you like a conversion fee, or they will blame it on the network, right? That they'll say Coinbase fee is 0, but then I've converted, let's say, $1,000 from Litecoin to Mana, and then when I have Mana, it's like $990, not 1,000.
Yeah,
like in a matter of seconds. So it's like I just converted. Why did I lose $10?
What I've been doing, I've been converting from USDT into Ethereum. And
USDC, yeah.
Yeah, USDT.
USDT.
Ethereum.
Oh, USDT, okay.
And it's a lower fee. Like the mine gas fees are much lower.
Nice. Yeah, play around.
You got to learn the system. You got to work around it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, and yeah, be mindful of the fees. But eventually, when you start investing into NFTs, invest in like real shit. Invest in people that people that Don't just like someone sends you a DM on Instagram that there's this hot new project. Yeah, like learn about the projects that you're investing in. What's the meaning behind them? It has to be long term, especially if it's like a doodle, right? Like Gary Vee. But he's Gary Vee, so
everybody knows, Gary Vee's doodles. It's Gary Vee. We all know who he is.
Yeah, exactly. So if I come out with my own doodles, probably no one's gonna care and no one's gonna find out.
I'll buy one. If it's priced, I'll buy one. All right.
Not yet, at least. But yeah, no, this was great, man. We'll do it again. Hopefully, we can have a networking event soon enough, either in December or January. That's our goal. But we want to educate people as much as we can, whether it's
I spoke to a couple of people, and they're sorry, just got a text.
No, go ahead.
I got a couple of New Yorkers that might be coming up. Let's find the spot, let's find the place, and then get the date and time. And I got a couple of big timers from New York coming up for this networking event.
That's awesome. That's That's how we like it. We wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
know me.
Yeah.
I think you already know me. Go big or go home.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I did ask this guy. I told you when I spoke to you on the phone. But he's in Florida. He's not gonna be here. Um, yeah, he's done some work for one of the famous football teams. Um, but yeah, he wouldn't be able to make it. But I don't know. Maybe we can have like a projector or something. If we want to invite
Yeah.
someone virtual, right? We
Yeah,
live
we'll
in the
talk about it
metaverse, right?
more off, off Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jorge.
All
We'll
right,
wrap it up.
let's do it.
Thanks, bro.
And then
Appreciate
anybody, and one thing again, we're not financial advisors, so
Yeah, no,
everybody do your due diligence. But we are here to help out. Like,
exactly.
I am profitable in the crypto world, so anybody needs help, send me a DM and we'll grab a call or grab a coffee, lunch, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, take the time to learn, and then the rest is history. I mean, a lot of it is gonna fail. Probably 95% of it
Yep,
will fail, but those that will remain, the Amazons and the Apples and the eBays of the world, like are gonna stand to make a lot of money, right?
of course.
It's like investing in Amazon back in 2000, right? This is the current NFT stage that we're in. That's why I say pick the right projects, pick the right cryptos, pick the right NFTs, because in 10, 15, 20 years, that's what's going to matter, because a lot of them are just going to fail.
I agree 100% on that.
All right, brother.
All
I'll
right.
let you
Good night,
go. Thank you so much.
everybody.
Thanks for doing this.
Not a problem. Anytime, man. Take care.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.